There's a species of ants that is becoming more and more pervasive in Texas, Louisiana, Florida, and they pose a huge problem. They're called crazy ants, or tawny crazy ants, or raspberry crazy ants. Tawny is what I assume their color. Raspberry came from their original name from Tom Raspberry, not Tom Crazy. But they're called crazy ants because of the way they move is very erratic, seemingly random, twitchy. They're not the same as fire ants, but some would argue far worse, Dave.
Right. Now, most people who have been anywhere near the southeastern U.S. and even further than that field have experienced these red fire ants, the old annoying ant.
Right.
They bite, they hurt, they create these giant mounds in your yards. If you step on them, they'll swarm all over your feet, and they're terrible. So the good news is, in some areas, they're being displaced by these tawny crazy ants.
I'd rather have the fire ants.
Right. The bad news is these tawny crazy ants, they don't just sit in their mound waiting for you to step on them. They go out and get you. They go into your house. They go into your car, into your appliances. They go into where the humans are supposed to be, and they're just as destructive to their local ecosystem. They dominate their food sources. They crowd everything out. They monopolize the food, and they're going to upset the balance of species in the southeastern United States and all the warm states.
The problem I have with these is that they like to live in electronics, like
right.
televisions, remotes, computers, laptops. They live inside them. Think of like you're trying to fix one of your electronics, you pop it open, a swarm of ants comes out and they've been eating your electronics. And also what happens when they eat your electronics and they get maybe electrocuted, they release an alarm pheromone. That pheromone attracts more crazy ants to the area, making the problem far worse.
Yeah, apparently red fire ants came from Argentina or South America in the 1930s. These tawny crazy ants also came from South America, but just recently, in the past, decade or two.
Did you ever experience them in South America?
No, I think they're all here in the U.S.
Oh, they're here now.
But I have experienced them in the U.S. I mean, I stay away, and I think they're cool.
They're not cool. They're the opposite of cool.
As long as you don't touch them, they're all right. But now we have to worry about these new things. I mean, the people who live in the southeastern United States, on top of all their economic woes and their lack of education and their dumb and racist populations, now they have two kinds of competing fire ants.
Well,
basically.
think about what makes things bearable where it's really hot and there's not much to do. I mean, the air condition. These things are going to ruin your air conditioning. They're going to ruin your television, your computer. It's a nightmare. I'd rather have ant bites all over my arm from the fire ants.
I don't think so.
I think I would.
On the other hand,
I'd be pissed if they ruined my laptop.
The crazy ants travel very slowly. They travel about, I think, 200 meters a year.
That's 650 feet a year.
Which is nothing. It's going to take many, many years for these to spread across a wide area of states. But
well, they move kind of slowly, but still they're moving. I mean, fire ants, they'll keep to themselves until you step on them, and then you are in trouble.
Bugs are not our friend here at Nerd Alert.
No, not mine. Not if they're eating my computer. Hell no. You're dead to me, in my heart.